2024 is a make or break season for Brett Baty from the New York Mets. This is all things Mets. Where your latest Mets media. Definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy Mets content and baseball content in general. And let's get into today's topic, and that is going to be Brett Baty. We are going to discuss Brett Baty, what's going on with him going into 2024. What a big year this is for this kid. Man, 24 years old. Brett Baty is 24 years old. He had a batting average of 212, in 2023 with 9 home runs. Not very impressive. Not what you want out of a star, somebody that was a prospect and could be a potential star for this team. A guy that you thought was going to take the next step in 2023, and that did not happen. Brett Baty just did not take that next step. He struggled offensively. He struggled defensively. He was, definitely demoted to AAA, then brought back up. But just in general, this guy has a lot of struggles in the major leagues. And yes, last year was his first really full year in Major League Baseball, and it wasn't a good one. It really wasn't a good one. Like I said, 212 batting average, 9 home runs. That is not what you want out of a guy that's supposed to be, a really good prospect, a really good, impact player. That's not what you want out of Brett Baty. So that's why I think 2024, this season, is going to be so big for Brett Baty. Man, this is a make or break season for Brett Baty, in my opinion. Definitely with 2025, definitely coming next year. The Mets have so many prospects that are going to come up with Luis Angel Acuna, with Drew Gilbert, Ronnie Mauricio coming back. You got Jet Williams. You got a whole bunch of prospects. You got Mark Vientos still. So is Brett Baty still going to be in that conversation? I don't know, man. That's why I think this season is a make or break season for Brett Baty. He has to do something. He has to, get some redemption. This guy is a very, very important player to the future of the New York Mets if he can become the player that, that Brody Van Wagen, drafted, that the Mets thought they were going to get. Definitely in the minors, Brett Baty was a killer. This guy hit well. He hit for power. He hit opposite field. I like how he didn't put a lot of pressure on himself in the minors. And the majors is different. And I get it. MLB is different. Some prospects take some, longer to figure it out. You got the example of Jared Kelenic, with the Seattle Mariners, but now with the Atlanta Braves. But that guy took some time to figure it out. And last year was really the year that he kind of figured it out. He was getting to, what he was supposed to be. But then he got into his own head and he got hurt. But Brett Baty, this guy, if he's going to be an important player for your team, definitely in 2024, he's going to get a shot. He's going to be the third baseman. There is no real competition when it comes to Brett Baty and Mark Vientos for the third base spot. Brett Baty is going to be the third baseman going forward in 2024. Now, that's what the Mets wanted to do. They wanted to give this young guy a chance. And I get it. I get giving the young guys a chance, but I just hope this guy performs because he has to perform. This is, like I said, this is his last chance. To me, I really think this is his last chance just because of all the prospects that's going to come up in 2025. And then he's not really going to have a position or really be able, to be valuable. You want this guy to be valuable. Brett Baty is a guy I see that can hit 20 home runs, that can have a batting average of 260, 270, maybe 280. I see a lot of potential in this kid. He's 24 years old. He came up in the minors, hitting the ball opposite field. It's not like this kid doesn't have power, but he just hasn't found it in the major league level, and that's the problem. And listen, I think that his swing, I didn't really like his mechanics. His leg kick in 2023, I was not a fan of. I do not like that big long kick, that leg kick that he has. I don't like that. So listen, if there's a way to get some more power, maybe a toe tap, I don't know what will exactly help him out. And that's why you have the Mets hitting coaches. That's why you have those people that can help Brett Baty, because he needs it. He needs it. This guy has a good swing. It's not like he doesn't, but his timing is really wrong, and that's the problem. That's what I looked at in 2023, seeing the timing of Brett Baty. His timing was off a lot. You could just tell his timing was off with that big leg kick. He tried, simmering it down a little bit. But still, that leg kick was just not the answer. Now, I don't know if a toe tap is the answer for Brett Baty, but it worked for DJ Stewart. Maybe it won't work for Brett Baty, but that's just my thing. I really think he needs to try something different. Going into 2024, you can't go with the same mindset. You have to perform. You have to hit for more power. Definitely 9 home runs for a kid that's 24 years old, a kid that's impressive, a kid that's supposed to be a big star for your team going forward. Now, I'm not saying he has to be like a Norman Gorman, from the Cardinals. I'm not saying he has to be a big power, guy, third baseman. I'm not saying all that. But I think this guy is a very, very important player to the New York Mets. And, last offseason, he did some work with Troy Tulowitzki, but that clearly did not help him in 2023. Okay, he struggled defensively. He made a lot of errors. And my problem with Brett Baty is his arm strength. He does not have a lot of arm strength. You can tell that he's trying so hard to throw the ball to first base, and he doesn't have that arm range. I'm sorry. He doesn't have it. He does not have it. Now, that's my problem. That's another big problem that I have with Brett Baty, his arm strength, and that can't be taught. Your arm strength is your arm strength, okay? Not everybody's going to have an arm strength of Alex Bregman, okay? A Matt Chapman, a Nolan Arenado, a Manny Machado. That's not going to happen, okay? But Brett Baty, this guy needs to be better. He needs to be a star. He needs to do something. This guy needs to be your third baseman going forward, especially this season is a very, very important season for Brett Baty. So I hope he can perform. I hope he can improve, because I really think that he can. But this is his last chance. He's 24 years old, okay? It's not like he's 22. It's not like he's 21. This guy is 24 years old. That is still young, but he can figure it out. I really think this is the season to figure it out, man. So I hope that somehow with the hitting coaches in spring training, something in the off season that maybe can help him in the season. I hope that he did something. Maybe he trained his mindset differently. I don't know exactly, but I hope that he does something different in 2024. I hope he's a successful player that all Mets fans want to see Brett Baty be. And I know a lot of Mets fans are, giving up on Brett Baty. And, and I get it. I understand why. But I think this season, if he doesn't perform, then yes, I'm going to give up on Brett Baty. This is his last chance. But this guy, like I said, he has to perform. So let's see what he does. Let's see what he brings to the table. In the offseason, I follow him on Instagram, and I saw a lot of him, going out stuff, hanging out with friends. And that's cool. I get that. It's an offseason. You're supposed to enjoy your time. It's the offseason. But I just hope that his mindset wasn't just all fun. I hope that his mindset was, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to show them why I'm a star. I'm going to show them why I'm a future, I don't have to say superstar, just a star, a future star in this league, a good defensive third baseman, maybe not above average, but definitely decent. Something like that. I'm going to work on my throws. I'm going to work on my range. I'm going to work on, definitely, the control of my throws as well. That's a big thing. So I think Brett Baty, this guy can do this. I think he can perform, but this is the most important season for Brett Baty as a New York Met. Let me know what you guys think about Brett Baty. What exactly do you want to see from Brett Baty in 2024? How are you feeling about Brett Baty? What do you want to see in spring training when it comes to, the Mets? And spring training, not a lot of that means anything, okay? So if Brett Baty does come out hot, he has a really good spring training, that does not mean that that's going to, really go into the baseball season. That does not mean that that's going to just attract all there to the baseball season. So let's, be patient. But let's have some hope for this guy, okay? This guy should be a really good, hitter in the MLB. I just hope that he doesn't try to pull the ball all the time, because he has the power to hit the ball opposite field. He can hit home runs to the left field. He can hit home runs to center straight away. He can hit home runs to right as well. He can pull the ball, but he can hit the ball straight away. This guy has power. It's not like he's short. He's a big guy. He's a strong. So I want to see him perform. I want to see him have a successful 2024. That's the video. If you enjoyed, do me a favor, leave a like, comment, subscribe. This is All Things Mets, where it's your latest Mets media, and I'm out of here, man.